In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a really simple little project that I think will be a great little starter project for you. So what we're going to do here is just bring in our artwork, and we're going to make some rosary beads in this particular project. And I want to show you how we're going to go about doing that. So what I want to do, first of all, is set the size of my design. And I'm going to say that the neck here is going to be 8 inches wide. So you might want to take a shirt and actually measure what that neck opening is, but I'm just going to say it's 9 inches wide. So we're going to select our bitmap, come over here to the specialty tab and hit set size, and just click inside of here. And I said 8, 9, let's do, I don't know, let's do 6.5. What the heck? Do 6.5. All right. So now, there it is, 6.5. I want to measure, just because I'm interested, how tall top to bottom this is. So what we're going to do is we're going to have nothing selected and hit set size and just click at the top and at the bottom, and it'll tell us it's 19 inches. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to set this so it's not 19 inches. I'm going to set it so it's maybe, I don't know, 14 inches, something like that. So we'll just make it a little bit smaller. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to show you how we can quickly create this design. When you're looking at this design, first of all, it's symmetrical. It's exactly the same on the left as it is on the right. So we only have to create half of a design. So that's the good part. So what I would do is bring over the guideline and drop it right there where half is. I'm going to select my bitmap and lock my image. And then what I'm going to do is use my 3-point curve tool, and I'm going to draw a curve just to follow the existing artwork, basically. All right. Let's make that curve a little bit thicker with our outline pen, and let's change the color by right-clicking so you can see it. And I'm going to make that curve a little bit thicker yet so it really stands out so you can see that. So you can see that line that I created. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the bottom. So for the cross, I'm going to do that in SS16 stones. So I'm going to right-click on SS16, and I'm going to do it, let's do it in pink just for fun. So we'll right-click on pink, and let's drop a stone using the drop stone function. Hit the escape key, and I'm just going to position the center of that stone right here on that line. I do have to click on snap to guides here. Right there on that line. And then I'm going to come to the stone fill tab and just offset a few times. Like so. And then we're going to do the same thing horizontally. So maybe we'll do offset twice in that direction. Alright. And then I'm going to come up and let's switch to crystal. And then let's switch our stone size. So I'm going to copy another stone up, but I'm going to go 20s. No, I'm going to go 30s. Okay. And then I'm going to come up here, and all I'm going to do is make a couple of copies. So hit the space bar, space bar, space bar. Then I'm going to select these in V for vertical to space those evenly. And then we're going to take this stone, which is an SS10 stone, or an SS16 rather, and we're going to make, I don't know, I'll tell you what, let's make it a 10. And I'll tell you what, let's use our stone fill, our offset again. And then we'll do something like that. All right. And then to create this, I'm just going to use my 3-point curve tool to create this little part of the pendant. Something like that. I'm going to mirror this over. And then if I use my smart fill, you can see I can actually create that little shape. And I could delete the lines that I used to create the little shape, and I'll reposition this a little bit. And so there's my little part. And you know, if I wanted to, I don't know, let's see here. What do we want to do for fun here? Let me just show you a couple of other tools that might be fun to use. So let's do this. Let's do a contour to the inside. A little bit. Right click, break contour group apart. select both of those pieces and use the combine function. And you can see that actually poked a hole in it. And so now I'm going to use my 3-point curve tool, and I'm going to go from here to here and do a curve. And I'm going to give that a thickness. I don't know how wide. Looks like about 10 points is wide enough. Okay, so we'll do 10 points. Now let's go ahead and flip this, making a duplicate, and we'll go put that back right on top of one another. So now we have something like this. And then I'm going to take these two things and convert to outline. If we go into wireframe mode, you can see that it's just a line. But if I hit convert to outline, now you can see we actually have a cuttable line. And so I have those two pieces selected and my original shield, and we're going to weld all that together. So now you can see this is what we have. Something a little more interesting and a more rosary-like, I think. So we'll have those little pieces to cut out. All right? So here's the fun part that I wanted to show you, though, because we don't have to overcomplicate this. But here's what I want to show you. We're going to take an SS30, and we're going to just make some copies along the way here. So this is all I did, was just take this, and all I'm doing is hit my space bar. Okay, and it's, you know, it's pretty rough, but we're just going to slap some copies on here like so. And then I'm going to come in here and let's change this to an SS16 and give it a different color. And then let's change this to citrine. Okay, and I'm just kind of grasping at straws here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to copy these in between the stones that I already placed. So there's nothing complicated about this, right? But here's the thing. If we go into wireframe mode and we look at all these stones, they all touch that line. So now what I can do is I can select that line, come to my editing tab and hit respace, and all of those stones will now be evenly spaced along that path. So now I don't need the path anymore, because now I have my whole rosary all created, and the spacing between every single stone is going to be spot on perfect. So let's copy this over off of our original graphic, and we can marvel in that. You can see how nice and perfect that is as far as the spacing goes. So it's so simple. So maybe what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and add a couple more stones. I think I'll add 2 more. And we'll check out this spacing here. Vertical. That looks like it's pretty good spacing. So we'll leave that. And then what I want to do is, see I have these 3 stones. I want to do that same thing to connect this. So I'm just going to copy one up here and just kind of manually position these so it looks just like this. So we want the same distance. So we'll go ahead and kind of mimic that. Get that same distance. And then we'll go ahead and select all of these except for these 3 smaller ones and just reposition. Just a little bit. So you can see there, we want that distance to be similar. Alright, so that takes care of that. So then we'll go ahead and select all of these and this center stone, and that will kind of be our pivot stone there, so to speak. And then we can just put this right on top of there. Let's go ahead and add a weed box. Let's go ahead and copy that over. Right click MU to add simulation and our watermark and our dimension. And this little piece right here, let's just go ahead and We'll add a little glitter fill into that, a little silver glitter. And how fun is that? So you can see our little piece there, but you can see how easy it is to create our little rosary design. Because of that respace function, being able to just take those stones that intersect a path, reshuffle them all so they're all perfectly spaced along that path, and you have a really nice looking little pendant, although I think the pink is a little bit out of place. So let's change that to Capri Blue. Right click on S to simulate, and I think that looks really nice. And maybe what I'll do here is I'll play with this a little bit, and we'll make those bigger stones right here. Let's see if those would look cool in citrine. And then we'll simulate again. Yeah, I think that actually looks kind of cool that way. So anyhow, you can kind of play with the colorings and what have you. But there you go. That is just another quick little project for you. Very, very simple to create. Thanks for watching.